what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be talking about the woman who claimed to be Cardi B's ex-roommate. She spilled a lot of tea on Cardi B, and I myself personally, I felt like her story seemed somewhat believable just based off of the characteristics that we know about Cardi B and the things that she's done. But now that the story has revealed itself, it turns out the woman is a liar and possibly doesn't even know Cardi B on the level of being her roommate. Cardi B did confirm that she does know who she is, but she said that she just worked at the same club as her, and that was pretty much the extent of it.
So Cardi B responded by saying, just because we work in the same building don't mean I fucking know you. I might have said hi and bye, and that's about it. Everybody knows I dance with the same girls from the beginning. Me and you have nothing in common. So why would I kick it with you? You need mental health. Which I agree, the girl definitely needs mental health for coming up with such an elaborate lie. Okay, so since Cardi B has come forward, well, even before Cardi B came forward, there was this page gathering receipts on this Star Marie girl and wanting to expose her for being a fraud. They came up with this receipt that shows that she doesn't really know Cardi B, and this was posted on her Facebook page. It says, I'm no hater, but how the F this lame A.B. Cardi B got a record deal, yo? A B like me bust ass every day, and I ain't got ish for real. Cardi straight whack, yo. She a B. If you knew her, she would be stuck up. I wish I knew her so I can show her what a rapper really about for real, no BS. I would ghostwrite for her if the price was right. That B just came up because she's Spanish. If that B was black, she would have to suck mad D's to get to the top that fast. So this was posted on her Facebook page. I myself personally went to this exact Facebook page, and a lot of her posts around April 7th that are on this page, they all have the hashtag location tagged on there where it says San Jose, Costa Rica, and she still has this icon photo with her and a child. I went and combed through her page to verify that this was actually her. This isn't a page that was just made up overnight. This is her actual page. She has posts dating all the way back to even 2011. Her posts go all the way back to 2011 where she was like working in some lab. She had bald head, and you know, this is her exact Facebook page. So a lot of people were trying to say like these receipts were fake, that they weren't real. But if they weren't real, why are they the exact replica of the exact same post that she has on her page where she tags her location, where on these same dates around April 7th, she was also talking about Cardi B these same dates. So I don't understand. I'm not going to say that I just know, like, it can't be photoshopped, but, it is what it is. But this, however, this is only one receipt to the many that have been dug up around this woman. And I got something to say for the people who say, why you didn't fact check? I got a message for y'all at the end. Stay tuned for this video as I comb through all of these things. Now, let's dig into this video. This is where she started her live, making up all these stories about Cardi. And then I'm just going to comb through this story piece by piece until we reach a conclusion and go from there.
And I got you. When she came to sue, the manager didn't want her. He was like, oh no, she can't work here. I don't have that look in my club or whatever. I'm not going to repeat what he said. And I was like, no, she's my little cousin. Let her work here. And I promise you, because they liked me at the club. I was a big money maker. I was making a lot of money there. I had a lot of customers. All the girls loved me. I had no problems at the club. So the manager hired her there, and she started working there, and then me and her started living together. I bought Cardi weaves, I bought her hair, I gave her my old dancing clothes, got her the job. Bitches didn't like her. She was arguing with everybody. I started having so many enemies because of her, because I was like, well, if you don't speak to her, don't speak to me. This is my friend, this is my little sister.
Okay, so that's a small piece of the lies that she told Cardi B, and it's now been exposed that she is a walking contradiction. She's a fraud. She's a liar. And if I make an incorrect post on my post, I have no problem coming back and speaking on it. The woman sounded believable. She works at the club that Cardi B worked at. So for her to say some of the things that she said, although now it's become that she's a liar, it did sound believable. She has now been exposed by an Instagram page, and they are having no problems digging up every single receipt that they can find on her. They went and combed through her Facebook, they combed through her Instagram, and everything that she's been talking about, how she said that, you know, she was loved in the club, and how, you know, everything has become a total contradictory lie. Like, for instance, she just said in that small clip that everybody loved her and everything like that. But then in another post, she posted on her actual Instagram page, June 25th of last year, where she says, "It was hell, but I had an exit plan. I did not make any real close friendships. I think the real reason was because my ass wanted out and I did not show enough enthusiasm in that game. Just got the bread, stacked quietly, and left." Well, that's totally different from the sentiment that she posted on her live, where she says she was loved in the club, everybody loved her, you know, she was really cool with all the girls.
They liked me at the club. I was a big money maker. I was making a lot of money there. I had a lot of customers. All the girls loved me. I had no problems at the club.
But then on her Instagram post, she says that, you know, it was hell to pay. And mind you, this is the same club that Cardi B worked at. So all of the people who are now that it's being exposed that she's a liar, who's like coming and out the woodworks talking mess, I have no problem correcting my error. But at the same time, I'm not going to feel bad totally when the woman had some pieces that seem credible. Now, if she's a liar and she's out of line for lying. But I'm not going to feel bad for thinking that a story sounded somewhat believable when in fact she did work at the same club at Cardi, and Cardi has, you know, confirmed that she has seen her. She wasn't friends with her, but she knows this girl. But let me finish and get to the rest of the video. Now, one of the things that the woman also said that is a contradiction and a huge lie was the fact that she wasn't doing this for clout. She wasn't doing this to try to gain a rap career. She wasn't doing this because she's a rapper or anything like that. She said, "I'm not a rapper, I'm not a model, nothing. I'm not trying to gain anything from this." And then it turns out that you are trying to be a rapper and you're disgruntled because your bars are weak, you're whack, and Cardi made it and you didn't. That's all been exposed as well.
Lamo, they're saying she paid everything. These hoes are so Nikki ain't paid me nothing. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even take the money from Nikki. I don't need it. I don't need the money to tell people the truth. First and foremost, the reason why I came out, I'm gonna tell y'all why I came out, because everybody's asking me, why did I come out now? One of the reasons why I came out now, it really didn't have nothing to do with Cardi per se. So me trying to be an opportunist is not true. I came out because when I saw the videos of the two young ladies that ain't no allegedly, we're not gonna use allegedly. I know that Cardi did that to those girls because that's how she is. Okay, I've been called the opportunist now, and I'm trying to figure out how. I don't rap, I don't act, I don't sing, I don't model, I don't do any of this shit. I don't even have portfolios, I don't have pictures, I haven't been on any auditions. I'm trying to figure out what am I gonna gain, like what opportunity am I looking for by telling the truth? Like,
well, I'm sorry, Miss Star Marie. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. You are in fact trying to be a rapper, and you post rap videos not even a year ago trying to be a rapper, and you've talked about this for quite some time. So, Miss Star Marie, let's hear them bars you got, sis. What you got for us, honey?
I should spit a freestyle. 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 I'm getting graded now, so get paper now. I keep myself from running. My head stay up and bumping. These lanes gonna keep it coming.
I'm Star Marie. Play your position like a hoe supposed to. Ain't no money on my head like a wanted poster. When I get horny, sit on faces like a grumpy chauffeur. And I'll be damned if I'm fucking on a nigga with nothing to show for.
Why he puffing the blood? You be looking for that star in the nighttime, 'cause I
So the girl is a whole liar. She says she wasn't a rapper. She's a rapper. She says that she made a lot of friends in the club and she was very friendly. Then she has posts contradicting that. But to go even further, Cardi B decided to step up and respond to this whole situation because she felt like the narrative was getting out of hand and she wasn't here for the false narrative that was being portrayed about her. So now I'm going to get into that tea.
Cardi B was like, you know what? I'm tired of her speaking on my name. I'm tired of her mentioning me. So Cardi B decided to reply and give her 2 cents on the situation and talk about whether she knew the girl, didn't know the girl, and if she, like, the actual ramifications of their interaction.
Okay, so the back and forth with Cardi B trying to clear the air, all of this went down on another YouTuber's Instagram page. A YouTuber by the name of Unwind with Tasha K. She did an interview with this woman and she said that, you know, she felt like the woman was telling the truth and, you know, she was going to drop this exclusive interview. And Cardi B, I guess people start tagging her in it and she got wind of it. And Cardi B just wasn't having it. She's like, look, here's what I feel. And she just was going back and forth with Tasha K, trying to get to the bottom of it. She even started to DM Tasha K because she wanted her to understand that the girl was a liar. Tasha K wouldn't back down and she said that she wasn't going to be manipulated. It was a whole out mess, and I'm about to read to y'all what was going on and, you know, get to the bottom of this whole situation.
Okay, so on the post, Cardi B says, fake as fuck. I worked in the same club as her, and that's about it. Goodbye. And then on the post, you know, people were like, set they ass straight, hashtag next. Unwind with Tasha K decided to reply back and say, damn, laughing emoji. And then somebody's like, they be looking. You know, I guess Lovely Tea Time chimed in and she said, tell them, girl, I'm here for it. And then she added Cardi B. So then Cardi B says, everybody knows I only was cool since the beginning with Ash Cash Legit, 1001 FM. I don't know how to say her name. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm butchering it. Only person who ever lived with me was this guy named It's Your Boy Ski, and he my best friend. Why would I let someone that's 14 years older than me and not even from NY come in my home? Bitch don't have pics neither. Text with me because we was never cool or close. I let this skit slide because it was funny to me, but y'all pushing it. So people, you know, they giving the laughing emojis, whatever. And more people are like, you know, trolling in the comment section. And then Cardi B decides to respond again. And I'm trying to find Cardi B. Oh, so a woman says, she says she literally never seen her. Why is she backtracking now? Question mark. So I guess they're saying, like, why is Cardi B backtracking? Now you're saying that you worked in a club with her, but then you said you didn't see her. So Cardi B then replies and she says, when did I say I never seen her? Question mark, when? Don't put words in my mouth. One of Cardi B's friends, she said, crazy thing about this all, how everyone listens to a bitch that only has a mouth. No facts, no nothing. Fuck these critics with no credit. This bitch jump out a hole. Now everybody want to dick ride her story. Like, good night. We know what's up, your real friend. So I guess one of the trolls asked her about calling black women roaches and things like that. And Cardi B says, I never called black women roaches. I call a girl a roach because she was popping shit about me. Where I'm from, we call bum bitches roaches. I don't care if you black, Chinese, white. I'm going to call you the same thing if you come for me, period. And then she replied back to her friend and she said, exactly. I'm going to reply to basically what her friend says, saying that, you know, it's crazy how, you know, everybody's just going to listen to a woman with just a mouth and no facts.
The people who are talking mess like, oh, I don't understand how y'all just gonna believe this girl, blah, blah. First of all, what we're not gonna do is act like Cardi B has not just recently just got a girl, well, we're gonna use the word allegedly, beat up because he was too friendly with Offset. We're not gonna act like Cardi B didn't just run up on Nicki Minaj. Granted, she had every right to because Nicki Minaj been popping her mouth, she's been poking the bear and tucking her tail. She's been doing that. She had every right to. But what we're not going to do is act like Cardi B is not a certified, verified documented gang member who talks about gang activity, who talks about running up on females and fighting females, and talks about, you know, beating up bitches and all this stuff. So if somebody comes on live and says, this person got me punched in the face, this person, you know, I worked at the club with this person and they weren't such a nice person, what we're not gonna do is act like, oh my God, how can y'all just believe a person who says stuff that fits the narrative of somebody and things that they've already been documented doing? That's what we're not gonna do. Can I apologize and be woman enough to correct my mistake in posting it? Yes, I can. And like I said before, if I posted and it was incorrect, I have no problem with verifying that the girl was lying and clearing things up. But within that, we're not going to act like Cardi B doesn't call black women roaches. We're not going to act like what the woman said is something so far-fetched. Now, if this was a situation where she did something that was going to tarnish Cardi B's reputation, then yes, I would have sat and I would have really verified and checked it out, and I would have tried to figure out more about this and looked more into it. But because this isn't something that's so far-fetched, I'm going to be honest. No, I didn't go on this wild goose chase to get to the bottom of the story, because this is stuff that Cardi B has done already. She's fought women. She's got women beat up. She's done these things. She talks about black women as being roaches. She's done these things. That's not something that's far-fetched. But if a woman is a liar, she's a fucking liar, and she's out of line for making up a fake false story. That's out of line. So the girl is dead wrong for making up these things about Cardi B. She is definitely out of her mind. The more and more receipts that were uncovered, it shows that she's clearly a pathological liar, and she's out of line for that. And I agree, like, posting it and not fact checking it isn't like the best thing to do, but I'm not gonna back down and just be backed into a corner and act like what I posted was so horrible when these are things that she's been documented to have been done before. Now, if I posted a story up and it said that Cardi B messed with underage boys, or if it was something that was outside of her character and something that was, you know, far-fetched, then I would feel bad. Like, damn, you know, I'm putting out something that, you know, is really far from the truth. And like, but being that when I heard it, everything that she said didn't make 100% sense to me, but most of the stuff that she said, it sounded believable. She worked at the club that Cardi B worked at. She was a stripper, you know, so and it turns out she lied, but it wasn't something so far-fetched. When she's done these same exact things, it just so happened that she didn't do it to this woman. This woman is a liar. She's an opportunist, and she's trying to use this situation to gain notoriety. And again, I feel bad that I didn't fact-check it, and I feel bad, you know, I don't want to just put out fake rumors, but come freaking on. Like, that's just all I have to say. But aside from that, let me finish on the Unwind with Tasha K's post. Her and Cardi B went back and forth and back and forth. Tasha K aired out DMs that Cardi B sent to her, and she just was not backing down. She's like, I don't care what you say. I'm not going to be manipulated. I believe her. I don't believe you. I don't think that this is real. The screenshots that people are showing, this girl is smart. Like, it was just a whole mess. So I'm going to go on over and read to you guys the back and forth between them. Okay, so under the comments of the post, Cardi B was literally like under all the comments trying to give her piece, say her piece, and say what she had to say. I already read the post from this original post, but I'm going to go on over to other ones where Tasha K was like, PSA, hashtag winos. Cardi B in the comments of my Instagram going the fuck in over my interview with her ex-roommate. She then has another post where it says, somebody commented and said, you used to get your hair done with her at Skill Salon. Diane did y'all hair at least 3 times together. So then if you open the comments, Cardi B comments in the comment section, and she says, I got my hair done twice in Brooklyn, and I don't even know with who, and that was years ago. There's so much evidence out there that this woman is lying. Why you don't post it? This woman even said it on her Facebook that she don't know me, and then she was praising me. Why you don't post that? You're trying to get clout with the woman that you clearly see is lying. Y'all be so thirsty to bring someone down with a lie, but don't want to post the truth. So Cardi B was going on, and she was like, you know, she gonna post it right now on her story. Well, this was yesterday. It's now been deleted since then. And then people were telling Tasha K that she seemed like she was just trying to bring Cardi down. Another person is like, yo, I get my hair done at the same place as other women, and we have the same hairdresser, but that don't mean I know them. Like, I don't know them. And then there was another post on the post where Tasha K says that this post where the girl says that she doesn't know Cardi B, Tasha K says that, you know, it was photoshopped and that it wasn't a real receipt, and that she was going to prove that it wasn't a real receipt and things like that. Then she had a message to Cardi B, because Cardi B posted a post and it says, nowadays bloggers don't even bother to get facts. They rather go with lies and destroy others just for views. So on this post, Tasha K said, they all call me a clout chaser until they watch my content. Like, why are you so pressed? This is the industry you're in. Nevertheless, the video may drop tomorrow, just like you wanted people to believe folks were talking about your kid with no receipts. Funny how you change your position. I've never intentionally posted fake news, and if I did, I apologize. Don't come for my credibility. There's your truth, her truth, and the truth. She destroyed you before my interview, and honestly, you have destroyed your own rep. Now run tell that. I'm not the one to back down. You may have scared a lot of bloggers, but I'm not the one. So tell your Barty gang to come on, stay tuned, winos. So Cardi B commented on this post and she says, my thing is, don't be biased. There's a whole page that's exposing her and you won't post it, but you rather post a whole woman lying on me and gassing the story. You wouldn't want nobody doing that to you. I will never use my child as an excuse to overreact. There is receipts of shorty liking shit on my parenting. Maybe that's nothing to you, but to me, that's everything. I could have made millions going on tour and gave that up for more time with my child for somebody to like shit about my parenting. Anyways, I hope you do your research. Have a blessed day. I won't be entertaining this shit anymore. I'm wrong if I quit, and I'm wrong if I speak my truth. So Tasha K replied to Cardi B and she said, sis, I go straight to the horse's mouth. Not that shit that can be photoshopped. That's how I run my blog. So that was her response to Cardi B. And then after that, Cardi B decided to go in her DM and send her a DM. And in the DM, Cardi B said, so if I did all that to this woman, why she ever posted me on her page? And I guess she sent video proof of the girl posting her on her page where she was like bigging her up and, you know, giving her praise and stuff. And then she said, if she not trying to get in the industry, why she posted this? You know, so she posted different receipts that the other page that was exposing her had posted. So Tasha K responded and she said, Cardi, I saw everything. This is my job. And then so Cardi replies and she's like, so if you saw everything, why you getting upset for defending myself on a woman that's lying on me? Then she said, but you're reporting fake news. So because I said it's fake, I'm coming at you. So I should allow you to spread more lies about me. You know that shit is fake. Deep down in your heart, you know that shit is fake. And you wouldn't want anybody to defame you and put shit out to tarnish you. So then Tasha K asks her if she wants to do an interview. And then she tells her if she wants to jump on live right now. And then she also tells her that deep down in her heart that she honestly believes the woman. So Cardi B's like, it's your job to entertain BS. And then her and Tasha K continue to go back and forth. And Tasha K pretty much tells her that, you know, your beef is with her. You need to address her. Don't come at me. I think that, you know, she's not lying, blah, blah, blah. And she tells her, like, if she wants to do an interview, she'll do an interview. And they just went back and forth and back and forth. And Cardi B continued to defend herself. And Tasha K continued to stand stand her ground. All in all, like I've said throughout this video, I'm not the one to just put out fake news. If it is fake, then I have no problem saying that the person is a liar or what I reported wasn't correct. And that's me saying that. What I reported was not correct. The woman seems to be a pathological liar. She seems like she knows of seeing Cardi B around and she chose this opportunity to use it and clout chase because she was so gun-ho on getting on Queen's radio and she was quick to try to do an interview with Tasha K. And so for somebody who's not an opportunist and only wanted to tell their story, her story went viral. So for her to further go out her way to try to, secure these interviews and secure all these things, and now that we know that she does have a rap career that she tried to get off the ground at one point, it is verified that this woman is a clout chaser. So I am woman enough to say that I was wrong in posting it without fact checking, but I also still stand my ground and I'm not gonna back down from what I believe. And what I believed was her story seemed believable, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like Cardi B is this innocent person that don't fight, that don't have these things happen. It's very unfortunate that a woman would go out of her way to make up a lie, but Cardi B has stories that mimic this same narrative. So to all the people in my comment section, and most of the comments are going to review because y'all talking big-ish, talking about, trying to get my page shut down. You could do whatever you want to do. I'ma still be me. I'ma still do me. And at the end of the day, do what you got to do. I'ma do what I have to do. And like I said, this ain't no person that's innocent that don't fight women, that didn't just allegedly get a girl beat up not less than 2 weeks ago. She just tried to fight Nicki Minaj, and I'm not trying to sit here and tear her down because that's not what this is about, but I'm just here to state facts, like what we're not going to act like and what we're not going to do. But what I will come forward and do, I will say, I was wrong in posting the situation without fact checking it, but I still stand within what I believe, that when the girl said these things, it sounded believable because Cardi B has done a lot of the things that the girl accused her of. Period, point blank.
Alright guys, that's all for this video. Please stay tuned for more celebrity news and gossip. But in order to do that, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button right now. Don't wait, do it right now. And if you want your YouTube channel or your brand promoted in a YouTube video, hit me up on my Instagram or on my email. I'll have the links to both below. And you can talk to me and inquire about having your brand shouted out in my next video. But without further ado, I guess I'll go ahead and end this one. Until next time, guys, peace.